Did I scare you? Even a little bit? Just a little bit? No? No? What up, guys? I had to drop this video real quick because, I came to some realizations about the manifesting of your SP, and this is not limited to just your SP. This could be with like anything, right? But I guess we can focus specifically on your SP, on the SP. So, or again, it doesn't have to be your SP, it could be anything. This could be geared towards whatever you're trying to manifest, because for this video in particular, I'm going to cover, resistance. I'm going to try to explain that because, remember what I said, resistance is just, and most people know this, that resistance is just that, it's like, it's what's inhibiting your manifestation or your desire from pushing through and just appearing in your life officially. Like you may have a desire about something, but because you have a certain resistance to it, that's kind of what's holding you back. That's one way you could pretty much think of it. Like your resistance is what's holding you back. There's some sort of blockage, some sort of like delay. There's some sort of thing pulling you back from going all the way through with what you want to manifest. And so particularly what I want to discuss here is, maybe the reason why you're not having any results, or you're not quite able to manifest your SP, is probably, or maybe not, I don't want to say probably, because that's like making it more of an assurance. This is just a maybe, my opinion, my take on it, and my perspective kind of thing. Because the reason that you may be having resistance, or you may be having a delay, or you're not seeing any results, let's just say about your manifesting your SP, particularly we're gonna try to talk about relationships here a little bit. So one of the reasons why you might not be manifesting your SP is because you're not ready for them. Like maybe you're not ready for your SP. Like, have you ever thought about that? Like, just give that some thought. Like, give that some real thought right there for a moment. Have you ever thought maybe you're just not ready for your SP? Meaning you're pretty much just not ready for a relationship. And this is specifically gonna gear towards anyone who's in particular who's single and has been single for a long time. Say you're even somebody who's never like been in a relationship, and this is the first person that you've chosen that you want to take seriously, that you feel like this person is someone who you really want to be with, and that's great. So, and again, I hope it all works out for you in the end. But the thing is, the resistance that you may be feeling, or that you may be experiencing with your delays and the lack of results appearing with your SP, might be because you're not ready for them. This is just something I wanted to drop real quick, something that you might want to think about. Maybe you're not ready to be with your SP. Maybe you're not ready for your SP, hence the resistance. Because maybe what it is you're just not ready for a relationship. Like, keep it real. Let's keep this stuff real here. Let's just keep it 100, right? Maybe that's what it is. And because the thing you also have to keep in mind, again, this is particularly, I'm speaking to people who are single, very single, who are already kind of ready to be with someone, who might even be feeling like they're in a place of desperation. Like, I just want to be with this person, I really like them. This just goes for, I sound so tired. Like, I had a long day at work today, and I just don't have that energy level now, I guess. And maybe I'm crashing from the coffee that I had a couple of hours ago, so now I'm dwindling down. So So this is why I sound so tired and groggy and exhausted. So please excuse that. But yeah, with your SP, maybe maybe what it is like maybe you're not ready to be with them yet. Maybe you're not as ready as you'd like to believe, because jumping into a relationship with another human being can get very complicated, and these are just the things that you got to keep in mind. Of course, there's positives and just good things that come with relationships, because ultimately it's two of you being as one, acting as one, right? But you also just have to keep in mind the other things that come with that come in a relationship, such as the communication, and just to name a few, right? Like your communication, the responsibility and commitment, having maybe certain fears or worries about whatever insecurity you may have about them cheating, or just general, even if it's not that, it's just the arguments that you're gonna probably have, or you may have, the fight you're gonna have, agreements and disagreements. For the most part, again, I'm just saying, like jumping into a relationship is something you also have to be mentally and emotionally prepared for, because sometimes I believe that when you like someone, right, you're kind of under the illusion of their beauty and the infatuation that you may feel towards that human being. And depending on how long enough you've been around them, or how long they've been in your life, how often you're seeing them, and even if you've become friends, like the more you come around this person, the more often you see them, more than likely you're gonna start to develop feelings, and those feelings that you develop will get stronger due to your exposure, due to your repeated exposure of being with them. So, like, pretty much, you may think that you want to be with this person, but perhaps not on a deeper level. And what I mean by deeper level is, like, deep down, maybe you haven't really done the work to look within yourself to realize, like, maybe I'm not ready to be in a relationship at all with anyone. Maybe I'm still really enjoying being single. Because sometimes the mentality we have is, oh, I'm tired of being single. I just want to be with somebody. Everyone else is with someone. Everyone else I know has someone. Like, why am I still single? Why am I still alone? Like, this is pretty much just like a relationship kind of lecture, in a sense. Like, I'm kind of just lecturing here. But I feel like, like for this video, I'm talking about how basically, ultimately, the resistance that you may be having is because you are not ready to be in a relationship. Like, being in a relationship is a big responsibility. And keep in mind, there's a lot of sacrifices you have to make, because you're now sharing your life with this human being. You're sharing your life now with this individual. And think about the things that you are going to be, in a sense, sacrificing. You're not going to be able to go out whenever you want anymore. You're not going to be able to do many of the things that you used to do when you were single, before you entered this relationship with this SP of yours. There's just a lot of things that you're going to realize later on when you finally manifest them, and you finally are able to be with them. Like, one day, oh, you finally got to be with them, right? And that's good. It's very good. But the one day you finally become, or the one day you eventually finally have that relationship you want with that person, you're gonna realize along the way that there are a lot of freedoms or things that you used to do when you were single that you're not gonna be able to do anymore. Like, you might feel like you're gonna lose a lot of your freedom, and so looking deep within yourself is what you have to really do the work with, because you have to really put in that work to look within and realize, or try to really understand the things that you're going to be sacrificing once you are with this person. Like, your life is going to change, and it's not going to be this whole big bang shebang epic change of your life just because you're with this human being. Like, no, they could be an addition or a complement to your life. But you should always prioritize you, your health, and your well-being, and, you know, self-love and all that before you go to love someone else and take care of them. Learn to take care of yourself first and foremost. But all I'm trying to say is, maybe you're not ready for your SP. That's why you have some resistance, because maybe the higher intelligence or the spirit within you also knows a little more than your conscious human ego. Maybe they know that once you're in this relationship, things are going to change. There are going to be drastic changes. And I don't mean that in a dramatic way, but I just mean like drastic as in, you know, the realizations that you're going to have when you finally are with them. You're going to realize there's a lot of things that you're not going to be able to do like you were able to when you were single. And so maybe, in other words, pretty much all I'm saying is another part of you might not even be ready for that. You might not be ready to give up all that freedom, because this relationship is going to be, more than likely, it's going to have a lot of commitment for the most part. And you're sharing your life with this person. You're going to be with them every day. Maybe not physically, but you're in a relationship with them. So you have that interconnection every day. You're together every day. You're going to talk, phone, FaceTime, text, see each other, be with each other. You got to do stuff for them. They're going to have to do stuff for you. There's a lot of communication that has to go on between you two. A lot of time and sacrifices have to be made. It's an emotional preparation. Like, to even be in a relationship, or to be able to say that you're finally ready, or you feel like you're ready to have this person enter your life. Because that's another thing too. They're going to be entering your life, so they're going to be involved with you, your friends, and your family. Like, you're sharing your life with one another. You're sharing your life with each other, and that's a big thing. It's a whole commitment. It's a whole exchange of your lives, combining them together as one. And a lot of people don't think about all those things when they have a crush on somebody, when they're infatuated, or they have a love interest or a romantic interest with someone. They don't think about that stuff, and that's a fact. I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of people don't. They just fall for the looks and the attraction and the infatuation. They don't think past a year, 2 years, 3 years from now on the dating phase, or however long you plan to date. Like, how are we going to actually look like? What am I going to have to do for this person? What sacrifices am I going to have to make? I wonder what kind of arguments and fights we're going to be having. I wonder how often we're going to have to go do this and go do that. How often I got to go see their family and do this and do that. And have all these things you're dealing with this other person. It's a different ball game, because it's on a personal level. They're getting involved with you, you know. They're getting involved with you personally, with you, your life, your family. Man, it's a lot of stuff. So all I'm trying to say with this video is, perhaps you're just not ready for your SP. Or there's an inner knowing within your spirit, or your higher self, or your inner self, that you're just not ready. So that's why the energies within you are kind of delaying certain things, because they know you're not ready. Or a part of you just knows you're not ready. You're just kind of going by the looks of how nice things look with this person. They're so attractive. They're so cute. They're so fine. I just want to be with them. Everyone I know is in a relationship. I want to be in one too. Keep in mind that those people that you are around, who are in relationships that you're going by, that you're getting your little inspiration from, that you're getting your jealousy from, you're also not keeping in mind what they're dealing with too, the sacrifices they're making, and overall the emotional stuff that they're dealing with. Because again, sharing your life with another person is a big responsibility. It's you know, it's a two what's that saying? Like, I can't think of certain analogies when I'm talking. It's a two-way, I guess, two-way. It's like a two-way road. It's not a one-way street. It's a two-way street. It's yin and yang. So just some food for thought right now that I wanted to share. Perhaps that's why there's some delay or resistance or a lack of results within your manifesting of your SP. Again, this could be for anything. This could be for your house, your money, your car. There's a resistance, because all resistance is that there's just some part of you that you haven't looked into that's not ready for it. That's what the resistance is. That's all resistance pretty much is just you're not ready for it. You consciously have a desire for something, or maybe even subconsciously, but on a deeper level or like on an unconscious level, or maybe on a subconscious and unconscious level, there's just certain things that you're just not ready for. You're not quite ready for this thing or this person yet. Hence the resistance. Because when you really desire something, that has a way of always pushing out. So look into yourself with the resistance that you're having. Ask yourself, like, why is this not pushing out? What am I doing wrong? Is there a resistance within me? And if there is, why? Look in the mirror, look into your eyes, and just ask. Look within yourself and ask those questions. Tap into your spiritual guides. They're there. These are just things you want to ask yourself. Because this is just food for thought, and I just wanted to bring this out here and drop this video and say, just to say that, you might want to think about the resistance in regards to specifically your SP. Maybe the resistance that you're having in the first place is because, again, the inner being within you, the higher self, the higher intelligence, has a knowing that, like, dude, maybe we're not ready for this relationship yet. Maybe I'm not really as unhappy being single, as unhappy as I think I am. Maybe I'm actually really enjoying being single. Because when you think about the person that you're gonna be with, dude, that's a heavy load of things that you are gonna be changing, and that's a heavy load of changes in your life to share your life with another human on a personal, romantic, or intimate level. These are just things you got to think about. Maybe you're not ready for your SP. Have you ever thought of that? You ask yourself that. Maybe a lot of the resistance with your SP manifestation is because maybe you're just not ready. Maybe this isn't the time yet. Maybe you're still enjoying your single life. By all means, do so. Because you're not going to be single forever. I mean, being single is a choice. But trust me, you'll get yours. You're going to be with your SP or whoever it is one day. They're going to come around. And when that day happens, you might think back to this and have that realization, like, wow, like maybe I wasn't ready that as soon as I wasn't as ready as fast as I thought that I was. Maybe this relationship came a lot faster, because once the things that you want to manifest, sometimes it feels like it's a long time, but once it arrives, it's there. Once it's on its way, it's there. Once it's there, it's there. So you may feel like it's been a long time, and perhaps it may have been a long time since you've been manifesting your SP, but the day that they finally show up, you'll realize it wasn't that long. Like, oh, okay, it actually didn't take that long to be with them. It didn't take that long for this manifestation of my SP to like push out. It didn't take quite as long as I thought after all. We're always like that. When we're waiting and waiting and waiting for something, it just feels like forever. But once it arrives, then we come to the realization, oh, okay, well, it's here. Okay, I waited a long time, but shit, now it's here. Whoa, now what? Like, once it arrives, it arrives. Once it's there, it's there. So just know that the perception of your time might also change, because then you might also realize, oh, okay, I manifested my SP, now they're here, now they're a part of my life. Wow, not come to think about it, it actually wasn't that long ago that I've been manifesting them. It really may have been a year or two, but even a year or two now, come to think about it, now that I'm like with my SP now, oh shoot, I guess it wasn't that long. Like, we're always like that with manifestations and the things that we desire. It's the whole waiting game that that we're all experiencing, and we get antsy and impatient, and we just can't sit still, and we just keep moving around in our seats waiting for it. But once that shit comes through, it'll be there. So maybe you're not ready for your SP. Just some food for thought. Maybe it's just something you got to reconsider or think about. And when I say reconsider, I'm not saying give up on your SP. I'm not saying they're never gonna happen. No way, shape, or form am I trying to discourage anyone. It's just some things you want to think about. Really think about. Delve deep within yourself and see the resistance and find it. Find a solution for it. Look within. Maybe you're just not ready for your SP, and that's why this is not pushing out quite as fast as you'd like to think, or quite as fast as you were expecting. You know, the resistance is all within you. The ability to manifest is all within you. And so that's it, guys. Tune in later on, and I'll hit you guys up later. Peace.